Hey ladies and gentlemen, Wes here. We're here at my studio, the Imaginary Wes MiSENER. Welcome back to another video. I want to thank everyone for watching, everyone that's been subscribing, that's great. New video topic today, and today the video topic is going to be called Heroin Kills. This topic I was pretty excited to talk about because, I've been seeing, a lot of people dying with the fentanyl overdoses that was laced with heroin, and a lot of young people that are dying, and it's really touching me deeply. So I wanted to talk about. We're gonna pick on heroin. I mean, I know other drugs, ruin people's lives and stuff, but we'll talk about drug use. We'll talk about, some of the. I'll share some of my ideas around it, and I never done heroin myself, but I've done other drugs like marijuana. I drink alcohol sometimes, so let's just dive into that. I guess why do people have the desire to use drugs? I guess their reality isn't very good, or they don't feel well. I mean, there's many problems, or I guess people have many problems in life, and I guess depression could be one of them, or just past trauma and stuff. And I can completely understand, why people do use drugs or feel they need to use drugs or even get addicted to drugs. We're humans, and we make mistakes, we get caught up in things. But I just want to talk about, if you're I know this channel directed towards designers and artists and stuff, and I have noticed that there are people that are on the fringes, or that are artists, or that are designers and creative types that maybe might even think using drugs is kind of glamorous, or that it goes along with creativity and arts, and I wouldn't believe that. I mean, it doesn't make you edgier. I don't think it makes you any more avant-garde that that you're doing heroin, or you're living that sort of lifestyle. I think it's just I think that's a facade in a lot of ways. And I'm not going to tell you that you don't need to use drugs, but I would just say that really think about the consequences of drug use, and also what you want to accomplish in your life. If you want to be a full-blown full-time designer, and you have a drug problem, probably going to get in the way of your productivity. That's probably going to get in the way of you chasing your goals and feeling healthy, feeling strong, and being able to sustain your energies over a long period of time, because this is a marathon, not a sprint. So over 10, 20, 30 years of developing your craft, you're going to need to remain healthy and strong, and mentally stable, to continue riding the waves and the ups and downs. And another thing is that drugs and alcohol and all that kind of stuff is very expensive. You're going to end up spending a lot of money on that. It's also a time drainer, so you basically get doing these things, and time's just going by, and that could be time that you're thinking about your line, or working on your line, or sewing your line, or cutting samples, or even the money that you spend on drugs and alcohol could be going towards your line. So it's kind of I think when you start thinking about drug use, and how you're going to use your time, and how you're going to spend your money, it's kind of like a trade. Do you want to put your capital and resources and time into your line, or do you want to put it into partying with your friends, and drinking and having a night out, and it's fun and all, and it's escape, but does it get you where you truly want to go? In a lot of ways, it's empty. I mean, me personally, I smoke marijuana once in a while to really chill me out, because I do get anxiety. I do have social anxiety disorder. I mean, I haven't been like completely diagnosed with that, but you know, I do get anxious in times where I have to be really social. And you know, being in this world, you know, being like, I would call myself like an introvert. Like I'm a dude who, if I could just be, you know, lost in my studio for the rest of my life, then you know that would work for me. But you know, I need to go out and sell my stuff and you know have relationships, and so I do get anxiety, and I do find that marijuana once in a while will help chill me out. Also, alcohol, like you know, in moderation, will help relax me, but if you make a habit out of it, if you make it a lifestyle, then I would say watch out, because it's really gonna, you know, put its grips around you. I mean, let's talk about a not so serious drug, but like that everyone's basically addicted to in the world is caffeine. And I had to quit coffee because, you know, I'm an absolute coffee addict. Like, you know, I'll drink you know, like 8 cups a day at my worst, and you know, I can't sleep, and I'm edgy, and I can never seem to get enough caffeine in my body to make myself feel alert and awake. Like when I'm at my worst, like I just no amount of caffeine is enough caffeine. So, you know, I know that's a minor addiction, but I know for me, it really affected my life. Not financially, because I have my own, like I buy, you know, the big tins of McDonald's, and you know, I make my own coffee here in the studio, but just health wise, like I was really dehydrated, like the headaches, my moods were so up and down, and so I could only imagine if you're addicted to, you know, really a lot stronger substances like heroin or alcohol or cocaine. So I mean, I'm just giving you, you know, I'm not an expert in addictions, drug use, or anything. I'm just giving you some of my own personal experiences. But even that minor drug that's very cheap, which is caffeine, really, you know, really affected my lifestyle. And I probably quit now for a couple months, and I feel way different. Like when I get up in the morning, I don't need to rush to the coffee, like we do French press, me and my girlfriend. So I don't need to rush to make the coffee to feel awake. I just wake up, and I'm good to go. And my energy is sustained. I don't have the super highs and the lows like the caffeine. So in the short term, I guess the drugs and the alcohol, they feel like they work. But from my experience, like over the long term, it starts to not have any benefits anymore. So think twice about using any drug. You know, drugs can have value. I'm not going to say that they don't, and you should avoid them entirely. That's up to you. But you know, proceed with caution, and always, you know, consider what you want in the long term. You know, think 10, 20, 30 years down the road, instead of just tomorrow or this week, or I'm feeling that way. And I think that, you know, will, you know, may help you, you know, create better lifestyle habits if you do find that you're falling into addictions. I want to say, you know, I'm very disappointed. I'm sad. You know, to see people dying of heroin, young people, like with the fentanyl. And you know, if you know anybody or yourself is suffering from addiction, please, you know, contact. You know, there's tons of resources out there in terms of addiction, and people, you know, helping people that are helping, like caregiving for people with addiction. So, you know, even if they have mental health as well, or you have mental health, there's tons of resources. So I want you to reach out. I want you to get help. I want you to create a solid support network around yourself so you can get healthy again. And if you haven't tried drugs, or you're thinking about it, like, you know, or there's peer pressure and all your friends are doing it, but you're not sure about it, then really, you know, really do some soul searching, and decide if that's really something for you, and stay strong. Because, like, you know, these choices, like, say someone tries like heroin or crystal meth, and they become really addicted to it very quickly, like that's really going to change your life. Like like in a negative way. And you know, you probably know people or seen people or heard of people that had everything and they started drugs and they basically like, you know, pissed their life away and they live on the streets now and stuff. So this is not something new to humanity. So I want to stay strong. I want you to think twice about, you know, about the long term and about drug use. And I want to thank you for watching this video. You can email me at any time. Say you're suffering from addiction. Say you know someone who's suffering from addiction. I'd love to be a person that can listen. I would love to share, you know, if I can find resources or any ideas that can help you. My email is below. My Instagram is below. I'm on Patreon now, so, and also PayPal if you want to donate to my work. If you think these videos are giving you value, please subscribe. Please like the video. I want to thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time. Bye.